Hello action figure fans, this is HammerTron here with a new action figure playset review for you. This time I am reviewing the Animal Planet Extreme Shark Adventure set. This seems to be a Target store exclusive. I did see this in the store, however I ordered it online. And it comes in this open package here where we can reach our hand in there to touch everything in there. And as far as I can tell, everything is in there. It's supposed to come with a diver, some diving equipment, a cage, a shark, a great white shark, and some other shark. So there's a little shark down here, completely covered in plastic. This great white shark we can touch. It has a mechanical jaw action feature. It's tied in there. Some equipment back here. Here's the cage, and there is a diver in the cage there. So this is the front of the package. Here is the top. Here is the bottom with some manufacturing information. It's made by Blip Toys, or they contract with companies in China. This was released in 2021. Animal Planet is owned by Discovery Communication. Here is one side. Here is the other side of the box, and here is the back. Some nice pictures there. So I will open this up and review the set in just a moment. Here are some of the accessories that come with this set. It's all still on the sprue, so normally I would take these off, but I decided not to this time because it looks like it's just another pair of scuba diving equipment. Some more flippers and some more oxygen tanks, so there's enough here for two other figures. The figure that comes with this set already has flippers and an oxygen tank, plus a couple other small extra items like another mask, a couple more masks, and some other scuba diving equipment. So it looks nice, but I didn't feel like removing it because the figure already has one and I don't have others that would use this equipment. Here is the underwater cage that comes with this set. It's a nice looking little plastic cage, and the figure was inside the cage in the package. That's how big the figure is next to it, so a bit taller. So for him to fit inside, his head has to stick up here a little bit. And there's the shark. This shark is pretty big compared to the cage. And here is the other shark, a much smaller shark. And this cage here can open, so this part looks like the handle. So it's a little hard to open it that way, so we have to push there. So this part clips onto it, and here the hinge is not really a hinge, it's just a little plastic piece that is thin enough and pliable enough to bend. So eventually that's probably going to break. So this side I think is meant to be the door because of this extra handle, but it's also clipped on this side here with the same kind of hinge, which is just a thin plastic. So this whole thing can be disassembled pretty easily. So it looks nice. Well, that would have been nice if it were bigger. It'd be easier to put the figure inside, but it looks okay for what it is. Here is the scuba diver. Let's see how tall this figure is. Looks like it's a little less than 4.5 inches tall, or it's about 11 centimeters tall. So it's a nicely sized figure. Now it's a little difficult to get this figure to stand because of the design of the legs, but we'll get to that in a moment. So it looks like he has kind of a yellow scuba diving outfit, entirely yellow, so no painting, although if we look carefully we can see that the eyes and the eyebrows are painted. I think that's the only paint, maybe just a little bit for the hair. But this part, all the black on it, this mask, which is attached to the harness here, that's all black. It all seems to be one piece where it's hooked together here, but kind of a pliable plastic. And it looks like, yes, standard arms. Maybe these arms are used with many other figures. It looks like a couple of watches here, but not painted. And we get down to the feet. And on the feet, these are actually flippers, so we can remove them. And we can remove this one. Now it looks like there's a bit of a defect on this figure. If we look carefully at this joint here, it looks like it's broken. It wasn't assembled all the way, and the plastic is split, so it's actually broken. I don't know how long this will last, but a very basic looking action figure with minimum paint and not exactly the best design. And without the flippers, yes, he can still stand. So the head, I think, can turn. It's just limited by this mask here. The arms go all the way around. At the hips, like, you cannot do the splits, but the hips move forward that much, and back, not at all. Forward that much, and not back. We have knee joints going that far, and we have ankles, so very impressive, and they go up. So this joint is broken, so we get a lot more movement out of that. So we can attach the flippers. Well, I'll show you the other flippers. These actually will fit a bit tight, but if we remove it, we can put these on. I'm using the foot that's not broken, so that'll fit on that one, and it will also fit. Well, this one's a very tight fit, but we can push it on. So that will actually fit if we want to use those flippers. But we'll use these. If I can put them back on here. So a very basic figure. Very nice that they put some ankle joints so we can make it look like this diver is swimming. So, very nice. Here is the smaller shark that comes in this set. I don't know if this is a real shark or not, if it's based on a real shark or not. But let's see how long this shark is. Looks like maybe about 3.5 inches long, or about 9 centimeters long, so it's pretty small. It's a solid figure. Well, not solid, but it has no joints, no articulation. Looks like the sculpt is okay. A very neat row of teeth. I don't know how accurate that is. Not much happening on the bottom. The plastic is kind of thin at the ends of the fins here, and so it's a little pliable. And it is hollow, so we can put a figure's arm in it. So I don't know how deep it goes, but it is pretty hollow in there. So it looks like it's a pretty nice little shark. Now if we get a nice clear stand, we can suspend it in the air to make it look like it's swimming, so that would be pretty nice. Here is the great white shark. This is the star of the playset. So let's see how long this shark figure is. So it looks like it's maybe 8¼ inches long, or about 21½ centimeters long. So it's a very nicely sized shark figure. It's very smooth, maybe a few little nicks sculpted into it, so this shark has been injured. But very minimal paint. A little bit of paint on the eye, paint on the teeth. Some gills are sculpted in here. The fins are kind of thin plastic, but not pliable. So it's a stiffer plastic. Here on this side, we can see the screw holes where it is put together. There's paint on this eye, paint on the teeth. There on the bottom is some manufacturing information. So this was made in 2021. So it's not a reuse of an older mold. So this action figure actually has an action feature. So we can push down. So good thing the teeth are not sharp. I think that would hurt. So here is the diver. He looks pretty, well, not a very large shark, but certainly big enough to hurt any diver. Nice little play feature. So it's very lightweight, so it's definitely hollow inside, and we cannot push our finger in very far. So there's some sculpted detail in there that fills up the mouth, so we cannot get to the rest of it, but not too bad looking. Let's do some size comparison. Here's an adventurer from the first Animal Planet set I reviewed a while ago. So he fits in pretty nicely there. And another 4-inch action figure, the Fortnite Jonesy action figure by Jazzwares. So he fits in pretty nicely there. The shark is pretty big compared to him. And a 6-inch action figure, the Fortnite Legendary Series Havoc action figure by Jazzwares. So he's very big compared to the person. That cage is not big enough for him. However, the shark is still impressively sized compared to Havoc. So if he were in the ocean, he would be lunch. And a 7-inch action figure, the Masters of the Universe Masterverse He-Man action figure by Mattel. So he towers over the diver. That cage is definitely too small for him. But if he were in the ocean, this shark would give him some trouble. So I think it would work nicely with a few other scales. I don't know how large this shark should be. There's some small sharks that would scale correctly with many different action figures. This makes a nice display here where it can have this diver hanging onto the cage. Kind of looks like he's trying to swim away from the great white shark, so that's kind of nice. However, I think I'll try to find some clear action figure stands that I can use to hold these up to make them look like they are swimming. That would make a nice display, to have them suspended in the air to make it look like they're actually swimming. So it's entertaining, even though the quality is not quite the best. It's still kind of an entertaining set. So this set is okay, but still kind of disappointing. A little bit of quality control issue here with the ankle joint. The rest of it seems to be pretty thin and flimsy plastic, so not a very high quality set. But it might be useful for some different displays or dioramas. So thank you for watching my review video. Remember to like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to my channel to keep up to date with my future reviews. I'll see you next time. Bye everyone.